Okay, guys, welcome back. We are back once again for another Star Wars live commentary. We are continuing the series and we are continuing with the prequel trilogy. And this time, we are doing my least favorite of this prequel trilogy and my least favorite Star Wars film. And this certainly ain't gonna be the last of least favorite because I got some pretty hot Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones, released in 2002. Once again, directed by George Lucas and such. But let's take a look at the little clip that I got here.
Anakin, don't do anything without first consulting either myself or the Council.
He's holding me back!
I'm a Jedi.
A Jedi? What do you know?
The boy has exceptional skills.
His abilities have made him arrogant.
You're not all powerful, Anakin.
Well, I should be.
I see you becoming the greatest of all Jedi.
No, Anakin, no!
Rated PG.
Okay, so let's see the comments before we get started. We have Fritzky who says, "Yo, what's up, Fritzky?" And then he also says, "Well, you've made it to episode 2. How does it feel?" Honestly, I feel happy about it. Like I said, when I started this with Phantom Menace, I was dreading doing this because of how toxic the Star Wars fandom was going to react. But we're here at my least favorite in the Star Wars prequel trilogy and in the overall franchise. But for some reason, I don't hate this as everyone else. I know a lot of people hate this. And trust me, we're going to bitch about some of the stuff in there because I got some stuff I need to bitch about. But there's also some things in this movie I will appreciate. So, but overall, it feels good. Personally, I don't love this movie, but I do prefer it to episode 8 and 9 for sure. Well, when we get to the sequel trilogy, it's going to get a little controversial because I actually like The Last Jedi. And Rise of Skywalker is another one of my least favorites, but I don't hate it. I just feel like that's where the biggest problems of the new trilogy is shown. And Empire Strikes Back is also one of my least favorites in this franchise too. But again, I enjoy all the movies, whether they're good or bad. The sequel trilogy, I'll definitely take it over the holiday special, because what the fuck was that? Network 98 says, "Hey Joshua, so this is gonna be fun. This is 2 hours and 22 minutes. I have it on the main menu. I'm about to press play right now. Again, just like with Phantom Menace and going forward with this and other live watch parties I plan on doing, like The Matrix or Harry Potter or Social Network or such, I cannot show footage from the movie. So if you have the movie on 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, or digital, or if you can find it on TV, or if you can find it on video on demand, or on the streaming services like Disney Plus or Hulu or Netflix, you can sync up with me. And with that being said, I'm gonna play the movie. I'm watching it on my projector again, so you will not hear any sound from it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thursday, we will do the best prequel, episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith. So I am determined, but I'm gonna have to choose which copy of this movie I'm gonna do. Am I going to use the Blu-ray copy, or am I going to use the DVD copy? This is the DVD copy from this prequel trilogy box set. You got the Fox Home Entertainment logo and THX. So let's get started. The 20th Century Fox logo. Make sure I got my subtitles on. This is the first movie to be shot digitally too, so Lucasfilm Limited. the classic Crawl, a long time ago, Galaxy Crawl 8, and the Star Wars music kicks in. So, and here's the opening crawl. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I didn't read the opening call in the first one, but I'm actually going to kind of do that here. So, wait till it comes back up. There is unrest in the There's unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousands of space systems have declared war in the best intentions to lead the Republic. This separatist movement, under the leadership of the mysterious Count Dooku, has made it difficult for the number of Jedi Knights to maintain peace in order to the galaxy. Senator Amidala, the formidable queen of Naboo, is returning to the Galactic Senate to on the critical issue of the creation of the Army of the Republic to assist the overwhelming Jedi. So we got Fritzy here who just wanted to pop in for a little bit, and we have Eddie from Network 98. So that is the opening call. You asked me this question once in the Mario commentary, Eddie. Can we not try to be a little repetitive with questions here? But Xochitl Gomez, I know who it is. She's an America Chavez. So you don't have to ask me the question every time. Because some of your questions, not to be mean, can be a little bit repetitive. But here we are in the opening, the first scene. Oh, sorry. No, it's all right. It's just you don't have to ask the same question over and over. This is more money put into Attack of the Clones, 115 million. There is a lot of heavy CGI here that does not hold up, and some of it actually looks dated and looks pretty bad. Some of the CGI here does look good for the most part, and there is still some moments where they do shoot on location despite the green screen. But this is the first overall movie to be shot in digital, which George Lucas was pushing for, and look where it's gotten us now. You have R2-D2, of course. There's no danger at all. And oh, she just got killed. Not Padme. It's like a decoy. Yeah, this is a kind of convoluted story too, because we're dealing with someone trying to kill Naboo. We're dealing with Count Dooku. We're dealing with Anakin falling in love with Padme, which I got some shit to say when it comes to this. So get ready, because there's going to be some heavy ranting here when it comes to some of the dialogue and some of the way the performance of Anakin is portrayed. I get what they're going for, but come on. Cord did hers. Let's go. Senator Amidala, please. So, for some reason, she's not queen anymore. I guess after a while, you don't have to. We're back on Coruscant. Don't know how much of. Okay, hold on, my friends. More and more star systems are joining the separatists. If they do, I will not let this republic that has stood for 1,000 years be split into. My negotiations do not fail. If they do, you must realize there aren't enough Jedi to protect the Republic. We're keepers of peace. We ain't soldiers. And here's Samuel L. Jackson. There's CGI Yoda in his first appearance. You have Ian McDiarmid returning as Emperor Palpatine. I like the fact that they got him back for this prequel trilogy. He's one of the best things in this trilogy, besides Ewan McGregor and Yoda. Kit Fisto and a few other Jedi. Send them in. We will discuss this matter later. And here comes the casting choice that everyone has grown on because of Ahsoka and because of the Obi-Wan show. Oh, it's Natalie Portman, which Natalie Portman. Do I have to say anything else about Natalie Portman? This is Natalie Portman, guys. She's a great actress. Very pretty in this movie. I'll give you that. Aside from one major issue when it comes to her, in grave danger you are. I love seeing Yoda. Yoda's such a fun character. In Frank Oz, he's in his 80s now, but the guy is a legend for the puppet of Yoda. But Natalie Portman, woo! That woman is still beautiful. Also, to the guy who thinks why would anybody want to freaking cheat on Natalie Portman? I know that's not my business, but I'm just saying you have to be a damn fool to do that. $115 million and it made $653 million back. Here we go. Here we go. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen is Anakin Skywalker, which among the candidates they want, Lucas, he wanted an unknown to play Anakin Skywalker here, and there was many actors or others who were considered. You had Devon Sawa, Chris Klein, the late Jonathan Brandis before he passed away, Topher Grace, Eric Von Detten, Colin Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ryan Phillippe, James Vanderbeek, Eric Christian Olsen, Joshua Jackson, and the late Paul Walker was considered for Anakin Skywalker. I'm at best as Jar Jar. Still not big on Jar Jar, but you know what? He's in this one less. But they had all those different actors for who was considered or for the part, but they got Hayden Christensen, and he didn't get attacked nearly as bad as everyone else, like Jake Lord or Daisy Ridley or Kelly Marie Tran or Ryan Johnson. But he did get a little bit of backlash for this, even worse supporting actor, which I don't think he's that bad in this movie. He's not great in this. I will give that to Revenge of the Sith, even with the few problems I have with his acting in that movie. But here, he's not too bad in this. We will not exceed my young Padawan logo. I mean, the interest to protect your master. We will not go through this exercise again, Anakin. And you will pay attention to me. Oh, what a smart ass. Here we go. Here we go. This the shit I remember when I first watched this in 2013. Oh my god. Now in the Clone Wars show is not as bad. They do get along, and they have all this talk in the original film or the fourth movie about how he was respectful and how they get along. But it's like we barely see that at all in this. I know we're already bitching and complaining about this movie, but this is the problem with George Lucas's writing. Like I said, I feel bad for him because he got verbally attacked over creative choices he made in his special editions, but he is the father of this franchise. And when you are the creator of your own brand, even us diehard fans who stick with you have some stuff to say about this, some decisions you made. Now let's check the security. Ewan McGregor, has more longer hair here, but okay. We have Sam Wells, Leanna Walshman, and Tamara Morrison as Zam Wessel and Jango Fett. The first chronological Mandalorian before Boba and before Pedro Pascal and before Bo-Katan, who Bo-Katan is also hot as well. It's Kay Sackhoff. Okay, what do you expect? I'm just saying, everybody, don't hate the player, hate the game. I didn't write the rules. I don't think she liked watching me. What does she think? She programmed R2 to warn us that there's an intruder. There are many other ways to kill a senator. I know, but can catch this assassin, don't you, Master? You're using her as bait. It was her idea. No harm will come to her. Like I said, Hayden Christensen, he's good. He's fine in this movie. I don't think his performance is that bad. All right? Your senses and yours are. Possibly. He has a sense of humor in these movies. I'll tell you that now. You look tired. I don't sleep well anymore. And he's still having dreams about his mother. And that's ultimately the thing that kind of, which that's one of the best scenes of this movie is losing his mom. Which I'll talk more about that. Just be, oh my God, George Lucas, intoxicating. Really, George Lucas? Really? George Lucas, screenplay by George Lucas, Jonathan Hills, I know that writer personally because I know his writing on The Scorpion King, the first one, and also when it comes to the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which I watched some of it before Dial of Destiny. It's actually it's actually very good, the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, but no one talks like that about a girl. I know he hasn't been around women, but come on. You would think for 10 years and both Padme and these guys reunite the sluggies don't like that. 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 Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Also, Eddie, don't be afraid to comment in the chat, you or Fritzky. I wish there was a lot more people here, but I guess everyone's in school or they're celebrating their Christmas break or such. I think he's a good man. They're trying to kill. It's a good thing he didn't slice her head, though. Oh my God. Stay here. This is PG for sustained sequences, sci-fi action and violence. I think I showed this in the update, but here we are. The second disc of the movie, the special features. Anakin, yes, in this, he's a little bit of a smartass. He doesn't always listen. He does whine and complain a lot, which is one of my biggest issues when it comes to him. But looking at some ranking videos, especially one from Filmmaster Adam J, with him being as popped up to be the chosen one, and no one is treating him like that, it makes sense why it makes sense as to why he is acting like a dumb. And he's so whiny. We have our first action scene of the entire movie. Hope you guys enjoy it because this is the only action scene in the movie for a little while. Until we get to anything with Obi-Wan and Jango Fett. And the final battle. So there's not a lot of action because we'll get to it. The damn love story. Like I said, I do not hate this movie. I don't hate this movie at all. It's just the problems I have with this movie are there. It's a little too much CGI. The writing at times is not always the best. Some of the performances are not always good, the great. And Anakin could be a little bit of a whiny brat sometimes. Oh, it's Eddie saying, "Hey, Fritzky." Oh, okay. This is good. You would rival Master Yoda as a swordsman. I thought only in your mind, my young. Now, this is the kind of banter I like to see from these guys. They, as much as they do argue, he does, he does, he does treat Obi-Wan like a father figure. Good movie, but in my opinion, I don't love it as much as I used to due to some of the flaws I've noticed over the years. Hey, Cole Warner from Movies and Game Chamber. Yeah, this movie has some problems. Like I said, we'll get to my biggest issues when it comes to this, because as we're watching the film, because it is the goddamn dialogue at times, especially the love dialogue, which I'm sorry, when you have Harrison Ford talking in interviews when it comes to the movies, when you have Harrison Ford talking about how he wasn't happy with the love dialogue in The Empire Strikes Back, and you had to have Lawrence Kasdan and Lee Brackett to write the dialogue, that is a problem. That is a problem because the love dialogue should at least be tolerable. Now, I get what Lucas is going for in terms of a love story here, in terms of, I'll just save it. I'll save it for when we actually start the love story shit. It's not the worst love story in the world. It's definitely better than Tessa and Hart in the after movies, which I only made it to the fourth film. I didn't even see After Everything because I just had enough of After. I had enough. I was up till 5 a.m. writing music last night. That's good for you, Eddie. This is a cool chase. I'll admit that. It is a cool chase. I took my girlfriend Natalie to see Godzilla Minus One, and she loved it. Now she wants to watch the classic Godzilla movies for the first time. I did see Godzilla Minus One a few days ago. Network 98, thanks. Once again, you approve. If you would just fucking listen to him, I hate it when he does that. I know he's a rebel, but damn, some of you rebels out here, especially on YouTube, especially a good friend of mine who he claims he's a rebel, there's moments where y'all need to be disciplined, okay? You rebels, you rebellious pricks need to be disciplined, all right? I am a little bit of a rebel, but I follow the rules. I play by the rules. That's my job, to play by the rules. That's human's job. That's my job. And we're still going with this chase. I like all the Star Wars movies, even the weakest ones, says Eddie. I do too. I enjoy all of them, even if they're not always the best. I don't like The Last Jedi, but I respect your opinion if you like it. Thank you, Paul. At least you're actually one of the Star Wars fans with some common fucking sense who actually has to respect some people who do like The Last Jedi. You're not as you ain't a punk ass toxic bitch like half these Star Wars fans who get pissy over people who like The Last Jedi or anything Disney has done, like Mandalorian. Okay, now the chase is over. Leanna Walshman, she's not in this as much as Sam Wessel because she's about to get killed with Dart by Jango Fett, which that's the disc art for episode 2 is Jango Fett. I mean, disc 1 of this movie is Jango Fett. Thursday is gonna get personal because of the best one. I'm gonna choose if I'm gonna use the DVD copy here or the Blu-ray copy to watch Revenge of the Sith because I do have the Blu-ray as well that I got from Jennifer Vega last year. It's part of her little giveaway that she was getting rid of that taken on Blu-ray and Silence of the Lambs. So use the Force. Think. He went in there to hide. Try not to lose it. This weapon is your life. Oh, he's gonna lose it later on in the movie. Why do I get the feeling that you're going to be a death? Aha! Foreshadowing, episode 4, and Obi-Wan, the TV show. Then why don't you listen? You trying? No, you're trying. No, you're Attack of the Clones. People act like it's horrible. It's not that bad outside the dialogue because of the action sequences. The storyline and Boba Fett are lit. That okay. I like I said, the movie can be a bit slow paced, and the dialogue is not the greatest. Which, trust me. No, call and for Network 98. Trust me, those who's watching, we will get there. We will get there. This is a 2 hour and 22-minute film. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that dialogue. That's actually really funny. You don't want to buy me death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life. See, I know some of the lines in this prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. And also some lines in the sequel trilogy. After Revenge of the Sith, I'm going to take at least a 2 to 3 week break from Star Wars because I'm going to at least take a 2 week or break from Star Wars. I want to do something else in between. What I want to do since I'm doing all 12 movies plus the 3 spin-offs, I want to give myself some time. I want to give myself some time to space it out. I want to give myself time to space it out. It was a senator from Naboo. Hired. And the time jump is not great, but I like this film more than Rise of Skywalker, to be honest. Rise of Skywalker isn't terrible by any means. I remember really liking it in 2019 for my best 2019. I put it on my best 2019. Having a few more times to rewatch it is not the worst thing in the world as far as Star Wars goes. I still think that goes to the holiday special. But that's the movie where I feel like the problems of the new trilogy really does show. And I felt like if they just went with the plan, I think if they just went with the plan when it comes to the new trilogy and not have to deal with that extreme discourse of episodes 7 and 8, I think it would have been on par with prequels in the original trilogy. I don't think using Darth Maul in the sequel trilogy would be a good idea, but you can still have the same story. You can still have the same character. Maybe you could bring Mara Jade in, but if I know anything from the Star Wars fan base, is they're not probably not the biggest. Some of y'all ain't the biggest fans of Mara Jade, and trying using her in live action once Kathleen Kennedy is gone is going to really piss a lot of people off, because even if you have someone well casted like Karen Gillan or Madeleine Petsch or something, redheaded, is not none of you Star Wars fans are gonna accept Mara Jade. That's just how it is. Because if you didn't like female characters like Cara Dune or Rey, or for instance Padme Amidala, for most of y'all, what makes you think you can accept Mara Jade? That's my honesty for you Star Wars fans. Deal with it. Cole says, I wish Rockstar would bring Max Payne back since they're making Grand Theft Auto 6. Rumors has it that Max Payne 1 and 2 might get remakes for PS5 and Xbox Series X. The Rise of Skywalker is entertaining, but story-wise not great, says the idiot. I'll give credit to George Lucas for at least having a plan for the unmade Star Wars sequel trilogy, even if the plan sucks. I give it credit over no plan. Just me though. Yeah, that's what I will give George Lucas when it comes to this prequel trilogy. As problematic as these movies are for me, with some issues with some of the visuals, some of the dialogue, and also some of the acting, it's it's still a plan. And for the issues I do have with the new trilogy of films, I can enjoy it. GTA 5 is one of the best games ever made. I am a Star Wars fan, but some people in the fandom make those look bad. Trust me, for all the Star Wars fans who are non-toxic, who can respect a few movies in this franchise and dislike some of them, I understand. And here we go with the constant outfit changes. And this ain't the only time she's going to be changing outfits up the ass. Which I know, watching one of the featurettes, I know Natalie Portman was 18 when she made this movie. But you don't need, George Lucas gave her permission, but you don't need to freaking change outfits that badly, all right? Especially one outfit I sincerely have a problem with. The outfits are not bad. They're beautiful. They're feminine. They're sexy. But it, it's a point where the outfit changing gets a bit too much. And I know John Avenger, a good friend of mine, is going to take issue with me saying that. But you know what? If you love the feminine human girl, female human body, it's okay to have criticisms with some outfits if they're constantly changing it. I saw something stupid on Facebook. Some people said Godzilla vs. Kong is woke since Godzilla has pink spikes. Since he has pink spikes. He had pink spike hypocrites. He has pink spikes in Godzilla 2009. Fuck the anti-woke crowd. Fuck those people. Alright? You know what? Fuck all of you anti-woke people who act that way over a fucking franchise. If you grown up, why are you looking at her like, exactly? Thank you, Natalie Portman. Thank you. Don't look at her. Let me give you War 101, okay? Never look at a girl like that so creepily. Please. If even your girlfriend or your wife, don't look at her like that so fucking creepishly. That is stalker vibes. That's Christian Grey vibes, okay? You hear me? Take care of Dom. That's threats on YouTube. He'll be safe for me. Anakin. That's Rose Byrne. Rose Byrne? Oh shit. Anakin, don't do anything without first consulting either myself or the council. He's going to disobey your orders. He's going to go to Tatooine and see about his mom, which I'll say that's one of my favorite parts of this movie. That's the thing. This movie, it has problems, but there are some good things to reach for. I like John Williams' score. I like the way this movie is shot. Despite a lot of heavy CGI backgrounds, I like the production design when it's actually practical sets. There's some good action here. I like some of the performances like Ewan McGregor and Christopher Lee, Samuel Jackson, R2D2 and C3PO, Frank Oz, the Emperor. Natalie Portman is back and forth in this movie. Hayden Christensen is also back and forth in this movie. There are moments where they're good, whether it's individually or together, and then there's moments where I feel like the dialogue by George Lucas really lets them down. To the point where it makes me feel like they're both terrible actors. And we know that's not the case because we've seen them act. This is Deck's little store, and you have playing Dex. Playing Dex. Who's playing Dex? Rose Byrne and Aletha McGrath plays Dormy. Okay. Joe Costanew. Ronald Falk is the voice of Dexter Jetsetter. There you go. You also have cameos by Anthony Daniels and Ahmed Best. Out of costume is Danny Fantoni and Ahmed Bit. The study attendees of the Coruscant Outlander Club, which you just saw. I do like the idea from the Council sequel trilogy of Luke Skywalker training young Padawans. I understand why they didn't go with that, but that's one of the very few things I would have still had. In terms of a Padawan, I would have still had him train Finn and Rey. That's what I would have done. But then again, I understand you don't want to make the same mistake of the prequels because then we would have 12 movies instead of 9. And then Luke Skywalker would have to freaking fight his own Padawan alone. So I get why you don't want to make the same mistakes, but like I said, if you kept at least a few of the George Lucas ideas mixed with the ideas that Disney wanted to do, you could have had a much better received trilogy, which I would enjoy. But even if you had George Lucas directing and writing, there is no way possible people would have been fine with this. So basically, the Star Wars fans, if Star Wars is the way it is now, is because of the fandom that has been so disgusting. Not to just Disney, but also to George Lucas. Mhm. Now he's in the Jedi. Obi-Wan's in the Jedi library. This is 39 minutes into the movie, and this is, I think, 24 to 39 minutes and 35 minutes into the film. Perhaps the are incomplete. Does not appeal in our record. One of the little Padawan kids. And this is the Coruscant library. And here we go. Hello, Joshua Partner. It's LBT Electric Dino. No, George, get out of here. Thank you, R2. I love R2. Like I said, how can you hate a droid like R2D2? I have to get going. My lunch break at work is almost done. Well, see you around, Cole. Next, we'll be doing Revenge of the Sith on Thursday. Attachment is forbidden. Possession is forbidden. Which I would is unconditional love. It's a set of you're violating the rules of the Jedi Order. You're not supposed to fall in love. You haven't changed. Does anybody talk like this when you're like a real part? No, no one talks like this in a relationship. Nobody, nobody. Okay, now we're back to Obi-Wan. Yoda turning the Padawans, which this is a little fun little moment. I like this. Take a good look at the. Y'all better, you Star Wars fans better and take a good look at the kids learning because Revenge of the Sith. Oh, we will not be seeing them again. I'm watching the Avengers in my area. That's awesome. I'm glad you can make it. Master Yoda, who the empty information. It's impossible. It's dangerous and disturbing. This proposal is. Only a Jedi could erase those memories, but who and why? Harder to answer. Okay, now we're on the home of Naboo. Now here we go. We're going full force with the love dialogue, everyone. Get comfortable. We're gonna be. It's gonna just be. Get comfortable, guys. It's gonna be a while. And more constant outfit changes with Natalie Portman. Why am I not surprised? Damn. Oh my God. Anakin's not a Jedi yet. Excuse me. I'm in charge of security here, my lady. Oh my goodness. Anakin, why you gotta be such a brat? She's only trying to tell you that she knows his home well. Okay, now we're going to Camino, which honestly this is not one of the best parts of the movie. R4. And there it is, which this is a great location in itself. It's got nominated for Best Visual Effects, but it lost this in Spider-Man, but it lost to The Two Towers. Which I ain't mad about it. Hey Travis Mitchell, good to see you back. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I am doing well. We are at Attack of the Clones now. This is a good effect. We are in Camino. Lama Susa, Prime Minister of Camino. Say whatever you want about the CGI here, but I think the locations and the planets that they do go to in this movie are really great. Especially Camino. I know it's all rainy and filled with water, but I'm a water bug, so says Travis says I do think this was a missed opportunity to make this the planet Palpatine is on in The Rise of Skywalker. The idea that the water was sucked into the planet via a turbine for resources. There is a little bit of a waste of potential there, but and like I said, Travis, I do not hate The Rise of Skywalker. It's not as good as I thought it was back 2019, but it's not that bad. Okay. That is one beautiful dress. Woo! God damn. Now the Portman. I'm sorry, guys. I know I should not be judging, be complimenting the dress here on Padme, but as much as I hate the fact that she changes outfits up the ass like hell, to the point where I feel like George Lucas was trying to sexualize her here, which I'm sure that's not true because I have listened to the commentary. I just feel like that is actually not a terrible line. I don't like sand. Trust me, that's the one thing when people go to the beach they don't like. Don't be touching her skin like her. Don't rub her shoulders like that without permission. You're making her feel uncomfortable. Don't do that. No, no, no. Anakin, ah, are you freaking serious? I felt it would better explain the cloning thing, how the planet was off record, and why it was salt flat. That would have been awesome. I think that is how I felt like you could have. Mm-mm. And now here we have the clones in the training program, the uncloned Mandalorians. Okay, as a reminder to us heterosexual guys or heterosexual women, do not, I implore all of you, whether you're heterosexual or whatever your sexuality is, please do not, I implore all of you, whether you are a heterosexual guy or a heterosexual woman, whatever you are, please do not do what I did. No, no, I mean, so, oh God, I'm stuttering. I can't freaking talk right now. Please do not violate someone's skin or such without consent. That was creepy. What Anakin just did. That was creepy. The kiss, I get that, but Padme, she apologized. She shouldn't have done that. He totally violates her armpit. Aha! Yeah, he did. Hmm. It's the clones. They're using a clone. They're building a clone army. That is a beautiful shot. The waterfalls and such. There is some green screen here when it comes to the animals, but I like this little. Okay, that's a good dress. Okay, there's a few years. Okay, here's the creepy thing about this relationship. If I'm allowed, without having to hear people say it's not creepy, try to defend this thing. Okay, she's 24. Okay, 10 years has passed. She's 24, and he's 19 in terms of the movie. Don't you think that's a little bit of a creepy age difference? I know I know romance and age doesn't matter when it comes to some people unless you have consent or you're the same age. But don't you guys feel that's a little creepy? I'm just saying, guys. I don't mind. I don't like sin. It's more of a metaphor for bad upbringings and how they change you negatively. Him comparing her and her planet to when he felt good about himself. Okay, it's not a terrible line. I think people over exaggerate with that line. Yes, it's a terrible line, but it's not that horrible. It's just he hates sand. Anyone who goes to the beach would know that because it's hard to get it out of your socks. It's hard to get it out of your shoes or anything. Ask Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3. Okay, that's actually kind of fun. She really is beautiful here. Natalie Portman. That's whether the movie is horrible or is mediocre or it's great. Natalie Portman always looks beautiful. However, in the novelization and the script, the sand line is set out of anger from Anakin, where Hayden says it in a seductive way, which probably wasn't the best way to go. I don't think that was the best way to go either in terms of talking about sin like it's seductive. I blame that more on George Lucas' direction. But again, as I said in the Phantom Menace, he's not very strong when it comes to acting. The first movie, and when it comes to American Graffiti and THS 1138, they do fine. He does fine there, direct acting wise. But when it comes to the prequels, because he hasn't directed anything in a while, I feel like someone should have stepped in and helped him out with some of the love dialogue. This is Daniel Logan playing Boba Fett, which he was a kid when he made this movie, but now he's an adult. And there's my boy, Tamara Morrison, Jango Fett, which, controversial opinion, Jango Fett is better than Boba Fett. Even Din Djarin is better than Boba Fett. I don't hate Boba Fett, it's just, come on, Jango Fett and Mandalorian. Which 2002, he was in another movie too. I think it was We Were Soldiers. Uh-huh. Really. Of a man called Curious. To defend the choice of the ages, I see it as Anakin seeing Padme as kind of a mother figure, confronting him when he left his. Anakin gives Padme a sense of youth she never got to have as queen. Okay, Travis, that's actually a very good point. I can totally understand a part of that. Unfortunately for me, I still find it a little bit creepy because of the age difference. I take what you say to heart though. I take what you say to heart. And now they're having dinner. How many more outfit changes is he gonna go through? I'm sorry, Travis, and to those watching. I'm sorry. But we have to point I gotta point this out. You don't have to have her change outfits this badly. Are you trying to be seduced by this guy? Are you leading him on, Padme? You ain't gotta lead him on that bad, man. Damn. Are you really gonna sit up? This is the outfit I'm talking about. That one, which is all of her outfits in this movie. Great costume design by Tristan Bigard. She's beautiful, and Natalie Portman looks beautiful in all of them. But you did not have to make her. You did not have to have her change these outfits that bad. All right. Okay, this is cringeworthy. Okay, and you people bitch about Shakespeare being cringy. Shakespeare wrote plays in the old era. Romeo and Juliet, Rosaline. That's Hamlet. This is just it's no, 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 no. You do not say things like that to a woman. You're in my very soul. I'm haunted by the kiss you never should have given me. No. Take charge, Padme. Please put a stop to this. Please put a stop to this now, Natalie. Do it. Please. I beg you. It's better explained with the deleted scenes which show Padme's sister having kids, pressuring her into being a normal girl, Anakin allowing Padme to be a motherly someone. I have, yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about, Natalie. Or you, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's right. Tell him you will not engage in this. If you follow to your conclusions, it'll take us to a place we cannot go, regardless of the way we feel about each other. Tell him like it is. Tell him like it is. I will not let you give up your future for me. You're asking me to be rational. Thank you. Thank you. Are you hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? That's it. The fireplace. I skip the fireplace and scene every time I watch the movie. That's the worst case offender. Is this the fireplace scene? We be living a lie. I wouldn't do that. Would you, Annie? Tell him you do not want to engage in this romance. Tell him, please. Please. My God. Ah. All right, we're back on Camino. The reason why the relationship kind of works for me is because it's ultimately a tragedy that you know how it ends badly from the originals. Hey, 3D Jake is in the house, come out to say hi. What's up, Jake? Hey, hey, what's up, Jake? What's going on? What's going on, man? Didn't like this movie as a kid, but as an adult, this has a well-crafted story and lots of great action sequences, and above all, a great Star Wars movie. I don't think this is a great Star Wars movie. It's entertaining, it's underrated, but in terms of a story, it's a little convoluted here. Because you're dealing with the Jedi being scared of what's going on. You have Obi-Wan you have Obi-Wan investigating the clone army, and then you have this love story, which is really cringeworthy at the worst moments. Anakin and Padme were broken and made weird in their own ways. They just happen to completely echo each other's puzzles, no matter how weird it is. The beauty comes from that. I can see a lot of people defend offenses from that. And again, anything you say, Travis, I take it straight to the heart. But this is not the way to execute it. And like I said, George Lucas, he does fine. He does fine in some of the good moments. It's just when it comes to the love dialogue, you need to let somebody just write the freaking scene of Padme and Anakin in love. It kills me. It kills me every time I watch this movie because the dialogue is so cringy. Okay, now we come back to him. He's dreaming. He's having nightmares about his mom. Last one for me, but I don't get the hate on Hayden Christensen. If Leonardo DiCaprio, he will have the same performance, so the movie doesn't deserve all the hate. The hate for this movie is mostly justified, but Hayden, he was doing what he was told. He gets better in Revenge of the Sith, which we'll talk about on Thursday. But it's just a little cringy, okay? Just a little cringy. Jedi doesn't have nightmares. I heard you. It's about his mom. Hey, if you're worried about your mom for 10 years, you will be worried too. The issue is the movie is a mystery that isn't solved, and the romance that doesn't work, and the political thriller isn't thrilling. all padded together with blood and action scenes with no impact. That said, once you get to the arena, the third act of the movie is awesome. No doubt, Travis, no doubt. I honestly, I look when I watch this one. That's what I look forward to the most, besides some of the political thriller aspects with the Senate and with Obi-Wan trying to find out who Count Dooku is. That the third act in the arena and that entire Geonosian sequence in the last half is the best part of this movie. Bubba, get on board. Finally, we got action scene. Come on, everyone. Come on. What you running for, Django? What you running for? Ain't no need to run. Ain't no need to run. Ain't no need to run. That was the biggest frustration playing this part in the Lego game. When I played this sequence in the Lego game for Nintendo GameCube, the frustrating part with Jango Fett, besides Boba Fett shooting at us in the cruise ship, is that he would just freaking run away before anyone tries to talk to his ass. I'm like, quit running and fight. Stop acting like a wimp. Jango Fett. Don't quit acting like a wimp. Wimp ass kids. Also, the three leads in this movie just doesn't work. Obi-Wan is a hypocrite, yelling at Anakin not to do something, only to do it himself. Yet Anakin never brings it up. I never thought of it that way, but he is kind of a hypocrite. But at the same time, he was only doing it out of love to look out after Anakin. He's not a father figure to Anakin. He's more like a brother to him. But which it may, like I said, when you watch the Clone Wars show and when you watch the little flashback scene from Obi-Wan with them training, it makes it heartbreaking, even more heartbreaking what happens in the next movie. Because they do have their moments of rivalry, but they did have their moments where they care about each other. And we're told about another thing I will say, we're told about some of these adventures they had, but we don't see them. You could have at least tried a montage or something, but I guess George Lucas didn't want to do that. And he escapes. And he got away. One minor edit I'd make in this scene is have Jango draw his weapon before Obi-Wan comes off like aggression. Jango just protecting his son. Jango drawing first better show him as a villain. Yeah, I would actually do that for a minor edit. We're back on Tatooine, which is Luke's home. Like I said, some of the CGI in this is very hit and miss, but I gotta tell you, for the most part, some of it looks great. Obi-Wan tells Anakin why they shouldn't find the killer and needs to protect Padme, only to be the one jumping out the window, then threatens Anakin being expelled if they go back to Padme. Well, the reason for that, Travis, is because when you're a Jedi, you're not supposed to fall in love. That's why he told him if he goes back for Padme to save her, he will be expelled from the Jedi Order. Waka. Let me help you with this. What do you want? Wait, you're a Jedi. Whatever it is, I didn't do it. Watto's still funny, okay? He's still cool. I think Watto's not the worst. I'm looking for Shmi Skywalker. Annie? Little Annie. You are Annie. It is you. You should have spotted, huh? A Jedi, what do you know? If you look close at Django as he goes up the ramp, he smacks his head on the door, calling back to the stormtrooper of New Hope. I did catch that. That that's funny. You sold her years ago. Sorry, Annie, but you know business is business, huh? I sold her to the moisture farm named I think it was Lars. Lars! He freed her and married her. Can you beat that? Hey, yeah. Do you know where they are now? Long way from here. Also, Anakin, he gave his word to not do anything he was supposed to, but he did. We are an hour and 6 minutes into the movie. Aside from the third act, the whole Tatooine section is the best in the film for me. This is what I enjoy. This is the moments I do enjoy in the movie when it comes to Anakin. I'm hit and miss on Anakin Skywalker in this movie because for some of the bad decisions that he makes, there's also some things I do like about it. He is a rebel. He is determined, and also he wants to look for his mom. So the whole Tatooine part is fun. You have a little reference to Empire Strikes Back here when it comes to the asteroid chase with Obi. Ooh, that sonic boom is a great sound. That is some great ass sound design by Ben Burtt. He's he's the editor and the sound designer on this. Great ass sound editing. He doesn't seem to take a hint, this guy. Obi-Wan's ship versus the Fett's ship. One story change I make is reveal on Geonosis that Watto snuck on the ship and is with R2 and 3PO, revealing he was deadbeat who owed a lot of money. That's a story change I would have gone with, but I also think that it kind of wouldn't make sense. Blast is why I hate fighting. Fine. He said, "This is why I hate flying." That's hilarious. Imagining Padme falling out of the gunship, sending in distress, and called back to her ship. Watto having to help the droid pilot through a war zone to rescue. That could have been hilarious. That would have been funny to see the droids do that. A little bit of humor. Because in one version of the script of Revenge of the Sith, R2 and C3PO, after Anakin choked her out, was supposed to help her, supposed to get her back onto the ship. And R2 was going to carry her onto the ship. And 3PO was like, careful, you're going to hurt her. He's been sleeping. Fire them now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Another change I'd make is remove the asteroid battle entirely. Kenobi always has a tracking beacon on it, so having them arrive only to reveal Obi-Wan is hiding them on the asteroid would have helped the pacing. We have the introduction of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. This is a very young Joel Edgerton, okay? Very young Joel Edgerton. You have Jack Thompson, Joel Edgerton, and Marie Peace as Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru, and Cleve. And here he's still trying to find his mom. Your mother had gone out early like she always did to pick mushrooms that grow on the evaporators. From the tracks, she was about halfway home when they took her. Those Tuskens was walk like men, but they were vicious, mindless monsters. And but as I said, we just got reintroduced to C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, and he's reunited with his friend R2D. I didn't want to give up on her, but she's been gone a month. Again, George Lucas, I want to know. I've listened to commentaries, but why did you have Natalie Portman change outfits the way she did? Yes, she was legal at the time, but you didn't have to. You overdid it. You overstayed your welcome with that. He's violating one of the Jedi rules, and one of the rules that Obi-Wan told him. Sorry about that little few seconds disappearance there. I had to share this with my YouTube friend. But interesting changes. One thing I love before Anakin to find his mom, he's standing in the same spot as Luke, looking at the sunlight. But instead of seeing him look at them, we see the shadow sun that cast on him. That is great. That is great. Duel of the Fates is back. That's the most consistent theme of this entire trilogy, which is kind of a hint. And he's out there on a speeder bike. He's going to find his mom. Oh, this is heartbreaking. I'm gonna say this right here and right now. I don't care how much you hate this movie. I don't care how much you love this movie. This is the one part of the movie most of us can agree, if not all of us can agree on, that this is fucking devastating. This is devastating because losing your mom to Tusken Raiders, and this is sad. It's heartbreaking. It's fucked up because no one will ever love you as much as your mom and dad. Obi-Wan is back on Geonosis. We've already passed the cringy love dialogue. If John Avenger already shows up. Honestly, this should have been renamed Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Constant Padme Amidala costume changes. Just a little inside joke there. Here's the introduction of one of the more cool villains in the franchise, Christopher Lee. The late Christopher Lee. The guy was a legend, Okay, Christopher Lee. I saw him into some things growing up. Corpse Bride, these movies, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is over there in my box, over there in the box, the extended editions, um, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, even in The Man with the Golden Gun, he was a great villain in The Man with the Gun, The Man with the Golden Gun. Ooh, that CGI does not hold up on those creatures. And there's Count Dooku, which Count Dooku, he's great. I wanted a little more of him in Revenge of the Sith, but I get it because Lucas he had already had two movies of padding, and he didn't want to he didn't want to he didn't want to overdo the runtime even longer than he already did. Okay, so here we are. Neat bit of symmetry. Is Anakin's mom not getting to finish saying "I love you"? That sends Anakin over to the dark. In Rise of Skywalker, Ben doesn't finish saying it's a Han coming to the light. That is a bit poetic. That is a bit poetic. Oh, he just found his mom. Oh my god. Beaten, bruised, battered. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is sad. Also, this moment here, I think Hayden, when he's having to sell his anger in this particular moment, he's great. His facial expressions, the way he is trying to save him, it's so it's this is fucked up. And even Pernilla August, her performance here is great. Let me tell you something. If anything like that happened to my mom or my dad or one of my siblings, I would be no more good. I would be no more good. I love. She was about to say, "I love you." Stay with me, mom. Everything. I love. The saga beginning with a Skywalker's fall over a love he doesn't get to keep, and ending with a Skywalker redeemed, knowing a love he threw away was never gone. Even though I will say in Rise of Skywalker, I felt like the Rey and Kylo thing, it should not have been a romance. I I would have preferred just me if it was Rey and Finn and Kylo still be a villain, but you still have him redeemed by the end. Oh, he's killing the Tusken Raiders. Just that. Oh, the Qui-Gon Jinn's voice. Anakin, Anakin, no. Which I'm not sure if they got Liam Neeson's voice back to come, voice to do say that, or was it someone else? You have Yoda and Samuel L. Jackson. As for Ben, I was referring to the love of Han from his parents, not Rey. Oh, okay. What is it? Pain, suffering, death, I feel. Samuel L. Jackson, don't worry, you're about to use your purple lightsaber. Something terrible has happened to young Skywalker. Young Skywalker is in pain. Terrible pain. How much more of this movie we have left? An hour and 21 minutes. This movie is almost over. Like I said, some slow pacing when it comes to the romance scenes every time we come back to it. and a few scenes here and there, but Anakin, Anakin, do you copy? This is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anakin, he's not on that boo R4. I'm going to try to widen the range. I do hope nothing bad has happened to him. Anakin's tracking sticker, alright? It's coming from Tatooine. What in the blazes is he doing there? He's there because he's trying to find his mom. Qui-Gon's voice was archived from Phantom Menace from him telling Anakin to get down when the Maul is chasing him. Oh, at first I thought it was actually they actually got Liam Neeson to come back and do the voiceover. We transmit this message. R2D2 is retransferring the message, and he's been kidnapped. Now we come to probably the most cringiest moment of the entire movie, but at the same time, having her explanations and such of it is not as cringy. I just plain don't like the way it was written, but I get it. The man lost his mom and such. Oh, he is his face. Hayden Christensen, his face, his expression saying it all. That he is heartbroken. And when it comes to this scene, as cringy as it is, as a little over the top as it is in terms of the way it is executed, I think overall you do feel bad for Anakin in this because he just lost his mom, and on top of that, he knows he feels regret because he knows he's better than this, having slaughtered a bunch of Tusken Raiders, but the man and the women and the children. So he even hates himself for doing that. You're not all powerful, and well, I should be. Someday I will be. You'll be the most powerful Sith ever. I will even learn to stop people from dying. God, it is sad. It's all Obi-Wan's fault. Oh, now you blame it on Obi-Wan? Now you blame it on Obi-Wan. Okay, I'll give you this. For some reason, when people people throwing things, it can be funny at the right moment. But here it's just kind of out of nowhere. But I get it. Anakin is upset. He just lost his mom. Such as Anakin, I do unapologetically love those scenes and Hayden's performance in it. It's a little over the top when he's saying it's Obi-Wan's fault, but I can say in these scenes, he's crying, he's hurt, he's emotional. The man just lost his mom for God's sake. Let me tell you something. If you was him, how would you handle it? As Anakin kneels before his mom's grave, he grabs a fistful of sands, the thing he hates, as he promises not to fail her again. Unfortunately, the next movie you did fail. You are better than this. You did wrong in the next movie, but you redeemed yourself in Return of the Jedi by saving your son. I know wherever you are, it's become a better place. You were the most loving partner a man could ever love. Goodbye, my darling wife. This is the funeral of her. I will say this: in these prequels, Amberu is kind of a hot. Amberu is kind of a hottie. Just putting that out there. But you gotta have some connection with the original trilogy. Unfortunately, they don't get the short last laugh either in episode 4. I wasn't strong enough to save you. See, it's moments like this and moments of the action to where I'm not hating this movie as much as everyone else. I do see the problems when it comes to Attack of the Clones, but it's not like this movie is entirely unwatchable. I did see the Afternoon Tune, which is a great YouTube channel by Josh and Nick, who recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Share this, so they're probably gonna share this. Probably out here watching this somewhere. As Anakin kneels, oh, now we get the message from Obi-Wan and Anakin. So and there's a room with all of the Jedi. Vice Lord Gunnar. I can't stand the character of Gunnar Ray in this. Which, thankfully, in episode 3, he died. He gets killed. What's happening on Geonosis that I feel that has been revealed. We will deal with Count Dooku. The most important for you to do is stay where you are. Protect the senator at all costs. But yeah, you are, Mace Windu. There's an unsettling resemblance to him kneeling before his mom's grave and him kneeling before the Emperor. Also, the way he says, "I won't fail again," is very deep and monotone, like Vader's voice. Yeah. Are you just gonna sit here and let him die? He's your friend. He's like my father. But you heard Master Windu. He gave me strict orders to stay here. He gave me strict orders for you to protect me. And I'm going to help Obi-Wan. So you're just gonna have to come along. R2D2. I'm not worried about R2. I just never fled before. The debate is over. We need that clone army. Unfortunately, the debate is not over. The Senate will never approve the use of clones before the separatist attack. This is a crisis. The Senate must vote to emergency powers. That's where you get fucked up. Revenge of the Sith. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fuck up in Revenge of the Sith, people. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good talking about this. I feel good. I feel good. Good. I feel good now talking about these movies. Well, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, we're in the third act. We in the third act, people. An hour and 30 minutes in. We're in the best part of the movie, Geonosis. It's always been my. We're about to get this part. We're in my favorite part of the movie. Yoda. Not yet. Just a little interrogation. Ewan McGregor and Chris. I imagine how I feel for Christopher Lee, when he's fighting Yoda to be reacting to nothing. Though it would have been dark, I think having Anakin having to cut his own arm off during the droid factory to save Padme would have been awesome. Fighting Dooku with one arm. that entire arena fight and lightsaber with one arm, Anakin could have been insane. I can see that, but at the same time, I get why George Lucas waited until Count Dooku fights Anakin to cut off his arm. You gotta have a resemblance to Episode 5. And you don't just want to cut someone's arm off right away, just as you would want his. He knew all about the corruption in the Senate, but he would never have gone along with it if he had told him, the truth is I have. The truth? Truth. What if I told you that the Republic was now under the control of the Dark Lord of the Sith? The dark side of the Force is clouded as a vision, my friend. Hundreds of senators are now under the influence of a Sith Lord called Dark Sidious. I don't believe it. The Viceroy of the Trade Federation was once in the league with the Dark Sidious, but he was betrayed 10 years ago by the Dark Lord. He came to me for help. He told me everything. You must join me, Obi-Wan, and together we will destroy the Sith. That's the thing I do miss about Christopher Lee. That he had a commanding voice. Even as Saruman in The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I'll tell you this, Fellowship of the Ring, when he and Ian McKellen throw down, that scared the hell out of me when I first watched it in 2013, because I thought he was whipping to kill Gandalf off right in the beginning of the movie.
The fellow delegates, in response to the direct of the Republic, Misa proposed that the Senate give the immediate emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor. She said, if we would be a black right there, doing two of us snack with the effort that has no back in the back. They go around taking people all over here. Good. Not good. I'm having a hot flash.
That ain't good. She gets more hot flashes. She's going to go hot. That ain't cool, Alan. And Jar Jar, if anything, it's Jar Jar's fault. It's Jar Jar's fault that the Jedi gets killed, even though they're a bit of hypocritical too, because they just did nothing but sit on their asses in the last movie. I will create a grand army of the Republic to counter the increasing threats of the separatists. It is done. Yeah, y'all will make it there in time. Visit I will. The clowns on the Camino. Yoda's gonna have. I don't care if you hate this movie. Yoda with a lightsaber. Back when this movie came out, that got the biggest reactions out of everyone. But we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We got an hour and 35 minutes. We got a couple more minutes to go. That'll do. I'm not interested into getting into. You ain't interested in getting, sweetheart. You in a war already. Natalie Portman. And also, have I mentioned she's absolutely beautiful. If I haven't said it more than once throughout this entire thing, I guess I could just say in a little clip how
gonna keep in there? What the hell? Hi, Dolly.
We're going with Sissy.
I'm gonna go tell my doctor the documentary one and I'll get the part. We only got one doctor downstairs. I'm gonna get it back tomorrow. No, man, back tomorrow. Blue, look! Back up! Blue! Sissy, he's trying to go downstairs!
You know where you're going. The entire arena fight and lightsaber with one. Oh, I've already read that from Chapter Michael, but we are in the droid factory with Padme and Anakin. Finally, they do some action after having to listen to love dialogue through this entire movie. R2, I mean, C3PO is scared as hell. He's scared. The man is scared. Oh, you want to say hi to everyone? Okay, everyone. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Say hi. Blue. Say hi to the people. This is my sister's dog, Bluey. We call him Blue because he has blue eyes. I do like how Dooku flat out tells Kenobi the truth, and I wonder what would have happened had they actually joined forces. If they had joined forces to take down Darth Sidious, we don't know. We don't know. You just want to get up on my bed. How perverse. Oh, calm down, Alto. I almost fell. You'll get your. What did I do to deserve this? R2 got rocked. People complain about R2 flying, but he's a droid. He's an astronomic droid. So yeah, he has the reasons to be flying. And plus, it's cool to see R2 fly and do things. That's right now, report. Kick that. No, no.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? I wonder what happened to poor little R2. He's finna get his head. He's always he got his head knocked off and is getting a droid head and then his head. Eddie says, "I'm back. Just got done watching The Voice." Okay, after sitting through all that cringy, mostly cringy ass love dialogue, at least some of it, at least it's good to know that at least the movie tries to have a lot more going for it. And it's about to shoot fire out of it, molten lava. R2D2, get on it, save her. Huh? What? No. No, Blue. I want to delete Reddit, but I hit the wrong button on my phone. If you press the app, you press hard on the app, you should be able to delete that app. Scratching, scratching. I'm sorry, my sister's dog scratching. Ooh, you just lost your lightsaber. Not again. Obi-Wan's gonna kill me. Okay, that's moments of humor I do like with Anakin. We're almost there, Travis, to the Geonosis fight. We're almost there. We just gotta get to the droid factory fight. Count Dooku. I have watched the deleted scenes of these two. The deleted scenes are great. The look. We're in the arena. I don't know what the hell was that voice I just did. But here we go. The last. Okay, that is horrible. That is a terrible line. I've been dying every day since you came back. That is terrible. All right. I can defend a lot of things in this movie, but some of this dialogue of the romance is something I can't defend. Y'all ain't supposed to be in love. That's forbidden. You're gonna get expelled by the Jedi Order. We're in the arena, and exactly 1 hour and 43 minutes into the movie, an hour and 49 minutes into the podcast. See, I told. See, I knew there were some people out there who like these movies that I can trust, who wouldn't be so mean and aggressive. I knew there were some people I could trust. Now we're in Geonosis. And the last outfit change up the ass in this movie for Natalie Portman, which I will say that's a beautiful outfit too. Every costume that she's worn is beautiful. We're in the arena with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin. Uh-oh. Here we go. You know what these Geonosian, just the Justice League, the 2017 version and the Snyder Cut, the Parademons reminds me a lot of these guys. They remind me a lot of the Parademons. I was beginning to worry if you got my message. I retransmitted it just as you requested, Master. Then we decided to come and rescue you. Good job. They all freaking tied up. But Padme is on top of it. That's why I don't hate Padme as much as other people. She has a lot of things that she's done decision wise not great. Especially allowed herself leading on Anakin Skywalker. But if you didn't have the love story, if you didn't have the love story of Anakin and Padme, Luke and Leia would not have been born. So, as much as I'm irritated with some of the love story stuff and the love dialogue, I gotta give respect to Luke. People complain that R2 never flew in the original trilogy. My thought was that the Jawas removed his rocket boosters to prevent him from escaping. I like R2D2 flying. I don't see what people complaining about. It's just my sister's dog. I'm babysitting. You got the look. These creatures are pretty cool. This is a CGI environment, so they did have to shoot the big action scene with all the Jedi with different people. But oh, she on top of it. Concentrate. What about Padme? She seems to be on top of things. She sure is. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm in love. Rewatching these movies. I love Natalie Portman in almost anything. There's some movies of hers I have not seen yet. You sitting there watching and Vice War Gunwight. Now I hope you get killed in the next movie. Or she finna get. Oh God! She just got scratched in the freaking back. Oh son of a bitch! You scratched Natalie Portman in the back, dude. No, Bubble. What y'all? I mean Django. Y'all ass sitting there. He's free. Obi-Wan is free too. But here we go, Travis. An hour and 48 minutes in, and we are about to get to the big action scene. Which even for some people who hate this movie, they say it's the best part of the movie. You see a little bit of Tommy, but it's not over sexualization, unlike Blonde. See, you can have female characters in sci-fi movies be sexy, but without overdoing it. Okay. I came back from watching the Avengers, and now I'm watching Captain America: Civil War. That's okay. You can watch the movies, and you can watch me a lot in this live stream doing it as we talk about the movie. We having some good fun. We having fun with this. A lot more fun than I was expecting. My sister's dog wants to play games with me for some reason. Ow! This is how it's supposed to be. Cinco, finish off. Viceroy, shut up, Viceroy. Shut up. God, I hate Viceroy. I hope he gets killed. We're about to get to Revenge of the Sith in the next movie. I can't wait to freaking sure when he dies. Christopher Lee. Here we go. Samuel L. Jackson with the purple lightsaber. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Master Win. How pleasant of you to join us. This party is over. All of the Jedi. Kit Fistu, Kai 80 Mundi, Luminara. I remember a few of them because I did play this part in the Lego GameCube game. Foolish. Like, you're outnumbered. Outnumbered? Do you see all of them Jedi right there? You see all those Jedi? It's about to go down. It's gonna go down. He's got the purple light. Hey, don't burn Samuel L. Jackson's coat. Okay. That Samuel L. Jackson, he asked, besides one thing in Revenge of the Sith, which the way he gets killed off in Return of the Jedi style, he asked George Lucas for a purple lightsaber, and George Lucas didn't want to do it at first, but they actually did it. My legs aren't moving. I must need maintenance. Oh! Okay. That's it. Padme shooting. Anakin's Obi-Wan is going. They all the Jedi dies fighting off. We just got to get 3PO's head back onto his body, which R2-D2 is going to do. You never talk shit about R2-D2. R2-D2 is a real one. he's a great companion. He'd be your best friend. What's this noise? About there's been some terrible mistake. I'm programmed for equity, not destruction. Love you. No, 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 no. Don't start meowing. Shut up. We're doing. he got freaking he got freaking told by a freaking creature. You finna get your head cut off. No, do it one more time. Don't look at it, Bubba. You're gonna be traumatized for life. Don't look at it. Don't look at the trick. A neat reversal is Anakin getting the green saber, which was generally used by the Masters in the original saga. During the climax, Anakin is more or less in charge, like Qui-Gon would have. Yeah, absolutely. But this is a fun moment. I love this entire Geonosis arena battle and what else is going to come up. This is actually kind of fun dialogue here between these Anakin and Padme coming up. You call it a diplomatic solution? I call it aggressive negotiation. Roger. Just what you better walk away. He's taming the beast. Oh, just cut off his legs. Anakin calming the beast and using it to help him win the fight instead of killing it. And the fight is outside is the box, the thinking Qui-Gon was doing. What are you doing? You're going to strain something. My neck. He's trying to put you back into your body. 3PO, calm down. Oh, this is such a drag. R2's was fine. She's like, stop your crying. I'm quite beside myself. I love R2 and 3PO. Please be careful. You're injuring my circuit. Yes, but your head is on strike. Calm down, 3PO. Calm down, C-3PO. You made him a little whiny in this. That's one thing I don't like here. What? No? Come on. What? Come on. Y'all, you just gonna stop fighting, Dooku? No. Don't be raising your head. No. Let him go. Let him go, man. Oh, y'all all screwed. The Jedi Order. Surrender, and your lives will be spared. He's saying it. We will not be hostages to be bartered. Then I'm sorry. Oh, you trying to kill them? Here comes help. Yoda and the guys. Yeah. What? video, video, gonna video, video. Oh yeah, Jedi, I gotta get out of here. Some of you, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go, guys. But yeah, that is a nice trick, Travis. I'm glad you're here enjoying this with me. I think you're gonna enjoy the rest me talking about the rest of these movies as we go forward. What I'm gonna do is after Revenge of the Sith, I'm gonna take a little break, do another film or franchise, probably a 2 to 3 week break on Star Wars, or maybe 2 week break or something, because I don't want to overload myself doing all these movies at one time. Because after this, I'm gonna be doing the spin-off movie, which I have on digital, Rogue One and Solo. And I'm still thinking about doing the Clone Wars movie, which I know some people say you should have done that before this, but you know what? My channel wants to make a decision. Also, I would like to, because I want to do other things like Social Network or Matrix or something. That way I won't get too overly. Yaku the Jedi must send away all available droids into battle. Communications have been jammed. Now they are in the ships and they're trying to catch Count Dooku. Land in that assembly area. Yes, sir. They're landing in the assembly area while Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan are going to fight Dooku. Just look at this crazy action. Now, if all these Jedi fight now, I'll tell you this: if the Jedi were fighting like this in the Phantom Menace, and we got to know some of them, which I know in novelizations and stuff that you do get to know them, I think we would have cared even more when they died. Just look at that, Master Yoda to war positions. Very good, very good. And they shooting at them. This is pretty much a taste of what you will expect the Clone Wars show to be. We got 3 people in, so it's LBT Dino, Travis Mitchell, and I think either John Avenger, if he sees this, or Network 98. But we got 3 people watching because we're at the best part of the movie. Here, we're doomed. I will take the designs and meet the car. They will be much safer there with my mouse. Which Darth Sidious, which the pieces are getting closer. He's playing both sides. The alarm is blaring. Right there. Dooku just riding. And for his lightsaber fights when he's fighting Yoda, that's not Christopher Lee. That is a CGI double. You have to understand when it comes to that, at the time, he was 82 years old, and he couldn't do a lot of the movements physically by himself because he was older at the time. Move all quadrants to 5. That's my dog. That's Shalia's, my sister's dog, acting like he's crazy. Boom. Clone troopers are shooting. Which the clone troopers is gonna turn on them later on. It's Dooku. Shoot him down. We're out of rockets, sir. Follow him. We're gonna need some help. There isn't any time. And again, I can handle this. Which again, earlier Travis was calling Obi-Wan a hypocrite because what he's doing, he's letting Anakin's letting his personal feelings get in the way rather than focusing on the mission. I know he's in love with Padme, but we ain't got time for that right now. We gotta handle business. Don't worry, she's all right. Put the shit down, Anakin. Don't let your personal feelings get in the way. Follow that speeder. Our personal feelings always gets the best of us. Lord, I can't take Dooku alone. I need you. If we can catch him, we can end this war right now. We have a job to do. You will be expelled from the Jedi Order. Come to your senses, Anakin. Listen to him. What would you think Padme would do if she was in your position? She would do her duty. Exactly. You listen. That's okay, Anakin. That's what I'm talking about, bro. The droid army is in full retreat. Commander, bring him a ship. You know what that means. He finna whoop your ass, Dooku. He could almost stop you if you didn't try to kill Obi-Wan and Anakin. This is where oh no. You're gonna pay for all the Jedi you killed today, Dooku. Dude! Ah! Anakin, you have a hard time listening in this movie. Like I said, Hayden Christensen, he does fine in the performance. There's moments where, like this, where he's kind of just being Force Lightning. Which you will see Force Lightning again in Revenge of the Sith, and 4 movies later, Return of the Jedi. But we're not doing the original trilogy just yet, because I still have I want to do the spin-off movies. Like I said, I'm going full force. You disappoint me. Yoda hides you and holds you in such high esteem. Surely you can do better. Woo! The only time where it gets dark in terms of the screen is when they cut the lights off. It's not like Solo, where it's beautifully shot, but it's hard to see what's going on sometimes. I don't know if that's because of the way the movie is shot or is it because of the color grading into the movie. I think it has something to do with that color grading. They want to satirize it to not make it too colorful. Oh, it sparks when you cut. Oh, ah. And I guess I can agree with Rey in the new trilogy. She should have at least lost a limb, but if she lost a limb, all the men out there would be freaking irritated. You can't do that to a woman. He's got 2 lightsabers, the blue and green lightsaber. This is why Travis, he did talk about this, where him having two lightsabers, if he fought with one hand and one arm, one lightsaber, it could have been cool, but honestly, I prefer the way it is in the final film because it's a little bit too dark for a PG rated movie back in 2002, and we weren't ready for that as fans. We weren't ready for that yet. Ah, he just cut his hands off. It ain't over yet. Now here we go. Yoda, he walking in like he's old, but Master Yoda, Count Dooku, you have interfered with our affairs for the last time. Uh-oh. Forest battle, 2 hours and 7 minutes. It does take a... I know people make fun of him bouncing around, but I think of it as like a baby. Get this trash out of here. That's what Yoda feels. Nope, not today, Dooku. Powerful you have become, Dooku. Dark side, I sense. I have become more powerful than any Jedi. Even you. Dude, get your force lightning out of my face. Pretty much how Yoda feels. Oh. Much to learn. You still have. It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skills with the lightsaber. Mm-hmm. You ain't saying nothing but a word. Yo, that's what Yoda's thinking. You ain't saying nothing but a word. Uh-oh. Yoda's taking them hits. He ain't going. Mm-hmm. Family Guy did reference this on the episode of PTV when Peter is doing his own TV station. The FCC comes at the very beginning of the episode with Stewie in Afghanistan. So it's nice to see where it got that from. Well, he was almost there. He was almost gonna stop it, but you. Nope, you didn't kill him. And here's Padme. Her stormtroopers. They tried. It's good to see now Natalie Portman. She got to do some fun action. And they lose this time. But they lost the fight here, but as they say in some movies where the bad guys lose. You lose, but you live to fight another day. That's the old classic saying. It's all right, Yoda. At least you gave him an ass whooping. And she's going to see about him. In the comic book adaptation of the movie, Yoda actually picks up two sabers when fighting Dooku. Really? I didn't know that. But as I was saying, whether you like this movie or hate this movie, you gotta admit that fight with Yoda and Dooku, that had everybody just cheering in the theaters. Even in YouTube reactions, I watch YouTube movie reactions of this movie and a couple of other movies. People just freak out when it comes to this. You have done well. I have good news for you, my lord. The war has begun. Excellent. Everything is going as planned. Episode 3 is gonna go is planned. Now you experience the full power of the dark side. You're gonna be hearing me do that a lot in Revenge of the Sith, quoting parts of this movie. So when I see you guys again on Thursday here on my YouTube channel, this is great. Really, really entertaining commentary. Take care. May the force be with you always. In the where's your apprentice? And this is the last shot of the movie. Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Yoda just sitting around. Even though after Yoda just got a few hits in with the green lightsaber bouncing around like a baby. That's why people call him Baby Yoda, because he bounced around like a baby. Shroud the dark side has fallen. Begun the Clone War has. And you hear the theme music of the Darth Vader theme music. Darth Vader, the Imperial Death Star. Thursday we will be talking about the conclusion of this trilogy with Revenge of the Sith. But we've been going 2 hours 20 minutes, 2 hours 14 minutes of the movie. And it's not a grand army of the Republic. But I'm gonna need for some of you guys might and Anakin and Padme are getting married in secret. And it's a nice nod to Empire Strikes Back when it comes to his robotic him getting his robotic hand. She takes the robotic hand and 3PO and R2D2 are the only guests there. You married her in secret, and that is a forbidden code of the Jedi Order. With the Across the Stars theme song playing, which I'm actually gonna want to rewatch special features again. But I'm gonna need you guys' opinion on something before the credits go. Written, directed by George Lucas, screenplay by George Lucas, Jonathan Hills, story by George Lucas, produced by Rick McCallum, executive producer George Lucas. Should we use the DVD copy for Revenge of the Sith, or should we use the Blu-ray copy of Revenge of the Sith to talk about it? Production designer Gavin Bouquet, edited by Ben Burke, sound designer. Casting by Christine King, costume designer Trisha Biggard. No, Robin Garland. I'm sorry, I had it. I thought it was Christine King. Music by John Williams, of course. Starring Ewan McGregor is Obi-Wan. Natalie Portman is Padme Amidala. Hayden Christensen is Anakin Skywalker. Ian McDiarmid is Palpatine Darth Sidious. Samuel L. Jackson is Mace Windu. Frank Oz is Yoda. Vanilla August is Shmi Skywalker. Ahmed Best, Jar Jar Binks. Oliver Ford Davies, Tamara Morrison. Anthony Daniels, Silas Carson, Kenny Baker. And Samuel L. Jackson is Mace Windu, and the late Christopher Lee as Count Dooku. Also starring Andy Suckumby. Jimmy Smits is Bell Organa, who I forgot to mention. He was good. Daniel Logan, Jack Thompson, Joel Egerton, Bonnie Peacey, Cleve Lars, Rose Byrne, Leon Wilson, and Aletha McGowan. Overall, yeah, I'm either going to use the Blu-ray copy of this or the DVD copy of this to watch this movie, because this is the next one. But overall, final thoughts. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It is the work. Overall, Attack of the Clones is still the worst of the series, but even at the worst one, the weaker ones, I don't hate them. I can enjoy them. Like this, Solo, and Rise of Skywalker, and Empire Strikes Back, which are my top 4 least favorites. But I can find some enjoyment in them. The thing that kills this movie for me is it tries to do a little too much in terms of the story. While it keeps you moving, it's a little bit too much for the story. A little bit too long to some of the pacing. Also, the dialogue in this movie, at times with the political stuff and with the love story, is extremely obnoxious and way too Twilight-esque mixed with Hallmark-esque and 50 Shades of Grey-esque for me. But it does have some things I do like. I like some of the effects. I like some action. I like the story. I love the performances mostly. Hayden is alright. He gets better in Revenge of the Sith, which is going to be the next one. But overall, I still walk away and giving this at least a highly recommended. Some of you Star Wars fans have already made up your minds, but that's just how I am. And Thursday, we come to the end of this trilogy and the end of Star Wars for a little while, because I will be doing Revenge of the Sith, but I'll let you know if I use the Blu-ray or DVD for this. So, and to be concluded, for our next coming attraction, we're going to play what's coming up next before I sign off.
I've missed you, Padme.
What is it?
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
You're going to kill him, aren't you?
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
You're a good person. Don't do this.
I'm doing it for you, to protect you.
You're breaking my heart.
Rated PG-13.
And that's it for Attack of the Clones. And with that being said, I will leave you guys off with my little outro. Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me,